the Pharah and the Genji. But we'll see what Torbjorn Fight Club is going to bring to the table.
Yeah, so they seem to be having a theme here of being Torbjorn. So maybe I wonder if they actually bring out a Torb into one of these fights. It'd be interesting to see.
Maybe some Torb Sim combos come out. Not likely with the way with many of the meadows is the reason why we don't see it. But it looks like we are going to go Watch Point Gibraltar. Is what looks to be lined up right now. Yeah, so it was originally sitting on Hollywood, but we are going to go Watch Point Gibraltar here for this first match.
Yeah, so it was Pizza Money Crew who picked this map, and they picked it last time, so this is their strongest one by the sounds of it. See, on this map you have a lot of dive. Dive seems really popular, especially with all the high grounds and the different map layouts.
Yeah, it's Gibraltar's an interesting hatchup, especially off the beginning there with that first dive underneath the big bridge. A lot of possibilities there to get stuck and choked up there. A lot of Junkrat possibilities. Usually see some kind of Pharah either offensively or defensively. We know you mentioned, or it was in the stats that AE's, one of his main characters is gonna be Genji. So we seen him play a defensive Genji on Blizzard last game, last matchup between the other team. So we might see a defensive Genji on Gibraltar.
Yeah, it just seemed to work from out last time, so don't fix what's not broken. So if he feels strong on it, he should keep using it, but it does make him more predictable. And maybe if people watch it in this these tournaments, might see he's using that Genji and put that against him.
True, but even last game they had Winston. They knew he went against a team that I would say probably not something you should go against, and they did anyways. So and they made it happen very, very well.
Yeah, they did. Playing really strong. Pizza Money Crew taking that 2-0 win against Leo's Angels, being really strong, being a really good defense and really good attacking. Will they bring this out again against 12 Fight? Hopefully they will, but it's all to be confirmed yet.
Yeah, check that. We make sure we did have a switch. Originally, we had Crew in blue on the left. We've now switched over. Torbjorn Fight Club has been switched to blue on the left with ADM PMC. Pizza Money Crew is now on red right.
Yep, so Torbjorn are going on to the defense first, and ADM Pizza Money Crew are going to be attacking first.
So I think we'll definitely probably see that Genji now for sure.
Yeah.
And it's not a bad thing, especially come out that left-hand door, wrap around the backside. If you can get up on that top and de-perch them from behind, it's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Knowledge is always the most powerful weapon in one of these games. If you can say where people are, you can do your call-outs, and you can get to know the layout of your game.
But, so like you mentioned, so let's say you've been following the tournament. You're expecting to see the Genji. What's your answer?
Maybe do an anti-dive, maybe a Junkrat just to stop him from dashing to you.
What are they going to pair with him? That becomes the next question.
Yeah.
Do we see a standard Reinhardt? Are we going to be Diva Winston? How much mobility are we looking at?
We might be seeing an anchor. We didn't see that from last match from PMC. So maybe we'll see one from them today, especially seeing as they are on Gibraltar. Anchor just to push that payload, or they might just go back to their Winston. And Torbjorn might be sticking to it, might go to an Orisa, have that shield, but also have that mobility and her weapon.
See, should be taking off pretty shortly here. Teams are just wrapping up final negotiations for sides.
Yeah. So, seeing at PMC last match, they did have great plays, few scrappy fights whilst going in against Leo's Angels. So maybe maybe more a bit strategical rather than going for those scrappy fights.
There we go. Finally going to get a load in here for Gibraltar Watch Point. And see if we can get some of these quick picks. So we see Jinx lock in a baguette right away. AE flashing a Reinhardt. There we go. I figured that wouldn't stick around. No immediate lock-ins. We thought we might see that for Geta, but
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if we get any more Widow plays as we saw in the last match as well.
I
Widow
don't
v
think
Widow.
I've had a single match that has not had a Widowmaker in it, so
Yeah.
probably likely.
Personally, I love those Widow v Widow battles. It's first the sniper battles. It's always fun to watch. To see who gets the upper advantage.
A little bit of dominance, established dominance. All right, so looks like we are gonna have a Pizza Money crew is bringing in Strafology on Widowmaker, Annie on Winston, Rain on Torbjorn. We get to see him. Funny enough. Cherish is on Diva, Faceless Duck running Mercy, and AE is on that Genji as expected.
Yeah, Torb going for that Lucio, Dockerbird on the Zenyatta, Unravel on the Widow, Viva Pinata on that Winston, Small Goose on the Diva, and Jinx Uwu on that Brig.
So he did stick with the Vegeta. So easy open here. They're going to give him left. That's a pretty standard meta at this point in time. Let's see what this boosted Genji can do on AE. I've heard good things.
Yeah, this is just poking against each other. AE does go low there.
Ooh,
AE
it gets
does go down.
immediately. Winston and Zenyatta do, or Widowmaker and Zenyatta do a good job of putting them together and actually take him down with not a standard shot, but with a Widowmaker's assault rifle shots.
Yeah, PMC backing off here now, just regrouping with their team. Been a bit more stretch passive here, not going as aggressive as they was last time.
Yeah, it looks like defense have done a great job here of actually shutting down the point exactly where they want to. They can drop down at any time, but it looks like they may have missed the sneakiness and didn't realize that they got to the point and got it moving as quickly as they did. They were able to get underneath the choke and through.
Yeah,
And
so they're
still sort of moving. Winston's doing what he can to delay it, but they're almost at the top of the hill.
yeah,
And
Winston
because
does
of
go down on Torbjorn's fight. The side.
Yeah, it looks like because of that mix-up, actually, because of the turnaround, they got split, which is going to cost that. Point is moved up to the top of the hill at this time, and AE is just going loose, trying to get this Diva and this Widow. No, again!
See, AE not seeming as strong this time, getting picked off really quickly by Torbjorn Fight Club.
He's doing so much work on the way, though. He's got to be angry about it.
Yeah.
He's got him at no life, and they just turn and instant pop him.
Pulling out this Genji blade here, but swapping to the soldier now, so he's actually come off the Genji. Actually, pull that back, he's going onto Baguette, and we also have Faceless Duck going onto that Lucio now.
Where's the DPS, though?
They have none, so by the looks of it, they're going more free-frees here, with that Zarya as well for Drafol.
Interesting here. I guess the Baguette becomes a bit of the DPS, which, I mean, AE was playing DPS, so it sort of makes sense, but definitely not a composition that I'm regularly seeing in any tournament casting. I think they're kind of just trying to, a lot of shield and a lot of push, but it does not appear to be working, at least at the moment.
Torbjorn Fight Club actually using all of their ults into this fight. Meaning they got no ults for their next fight apart from their Lucio ultimate here.
The only available for the other team, though, is so it's not like a huge offensive push, and at the moment I think they're trying to wear away at the stone here, such as the river does to the river stone, but this is not the time. A minute left. You need to dive.
Yeah, so we do see the primal wage available for Annie on the PMC side, so we might be able to see that coming through, just pushing up. We also do see a self-destruct here. Brig is using their ultimate here, and a lot of ultimates coming from PMC, getting a bit more aggressive just to secure this first point.
And that's fine, and as Brigade, you can use it at any time anyway. Your shield stays up regardless, so there's the Iris pop to really secure the point. They're looking to clear these last two off, finally get a hold of them, clear the point off. They are going to make payload, so The changeover did hold through. It definitely took its time, but that was, I believe, what they were going for, was just a slow grind where just enough to make them run back is the change, I guess.
Yeah, so we do still have a self-destruct from PMC, so they didn't use it for that fight.
No, held on to pocket the whole time. They didn't need to. They had the last two. It wasn't necessary, so it was a good hold there, good patience. They're going to come around. They're going to have it available now, and on good throw on it right now could be a really good throw for the D.Va right now.
Jinx Uwu pulling
and
out
there it is. D.Va throws ult. Winston's shield able to save everyone, though. Oof. That hurts, but I believe that was a good throw timing on that. Just bad luck on the Winston shield.
Yeah. So, Brick does go down on the Torbjorn Fights Club side. Means that there's no armor being available and no healing apart from the Lucio and the Zen, but they are both.
Zen's on the run. Zen's down now as well, too. So, I mean, it is working. They are doing just a slow grind into them and trying to focus fire and take the one and push the 6-5 advantage, and it appears to be working. So at this point in time, it's going to be up to Torbjorn Fight Club to answer.
Yeah, so PMC are winning this mirror battle with the same compositions, and PMC seem a lot stronger on this composition.
And I think the difference is coming down to the Zenyatta orbs. The Discord orb is really shredding through some of these guys, and I don't see a lot of it showing up on the defense or on the offense. Not getting a lot of orbs on them, whereas they are putting a lot of orbs on the defense.
Yeah, just seems to be that Torbjorn Fight Club are coming a bit more scrappy here, not as strong as they was in the first capture.
I think this might end it through here too. They're holding the door really strong. I don't think they get back out. So they have the Zenyatta ult to get them out there, though, actually, to get them on point, but they're broken in half. It's 6-on-3. Just wrapped up 2 of them. I don't know how they're going to trickle this to hold much longer. D.Va's ult's going to go out to really clear the point. Still 6-on-3. 5-on-3 now. They do get Gorkor down.
Yeah, just Torb Fight Club just trickling through now, just to get as much time as they can away from the clock. So then it's an easier fight if they do go to a third round.
Yeah, Lucio and D.Va doing what they can to try to maintain side of it. It's not quite working. Winston goes down, Zarya goes down, and that finished the round right here.
Yeah, there we go. PMC do take this first round.
Full point push, gonna have to be answered back here.
Yeah, so maybe we'll see this 3-3 composition again, or they might change it up. As you said earlier, we might see that defensive Genji again.
Initiating match.
Yeah, it'll be interesting because they're not, I don't know, if they're gonna mirror match up, just grind into each other, or what's the answer here? If you've already established dominance, do you change your plan? Do you change your group, or do you make them answer?
Maybe you could retry again, see if you can pull it out. Maybe it didn't seem as strong, or maybe it was just the ult advantage from PMC, as they did save a lot of ults through their fights, whereas Torbjorn Fight Club were just using them all at the same time and not saving them as they should have been.
Yeah, but we kind of seen a slow grind all the way from, I mean, they almost first gate, and then just never really stopped moving from there all the way to the little short break there, you know, right at the end, but essentially just grinded through them without stop, without answer.
Yeah. So as we can see on the PMC side, we do have that Zarya, Winston, Zen, D.Va, Lucio, and Brig. The composition again, as we saw on the last one.
So yeah, it looks like they've decided, hey, it's working. You know, we held it. Let's see if they have an answer.
Yeah. But looks of it, Torbjorn Fight Club has not picked theirs yet, so they've only just picked their Brig and their Zen, but they are bringing them out now.
They're locking in last second, but still waiting on one. This is actually costing them seconds that you don't want to lose. There we go. Finally get a Winston lock in. Widowmaker trying to make some picks, not getting anything major.
Zen being really far back here. Really interesting to see he's not up with his team, but that with his Discord and Harmony orbs, he can go for that long distance.
Yeah, I mean he is healing the the baguette, and I mean, he's definitely throwing some orbs. I just don't know how much line of sight he's really got here. And
From my
nothing's
point
in
of
the
view,
air, so...
Hasn't got that much point of POV anyway.
No,
So-
and it almost seems like he's trying to deny the vault there, is what it felt like to me, but they are able to get the point all the way underneath the bridge and up to the crest of the hill, and up to the top now of the hill, and again, here we go. It's going to slow grind into them, take the picks when they can get them, and it does seem like a very methodic and thought out and well played together, gelled construct at this point in time.
Nice pick from Unravel onto that Zenyatta. But that is it traded back from, so there's no Zenyatas from either teams. That means no Discord or no Harmony or with either teams. But Torbjorn do have that spawn advantage.
Yeah, well, we do see the offense has pulled back regardless, so that spawn advantage was just given away, and we're honestly about halfway for both teams anyway, so the advantage for the defense here is maybe 10-15 meters. It's not a huge advantage as being, say, up at the door, you know, with a full straight in and not having to turn a corner. We see a situation right now where Rain really has no line of sight except on his team.
Yeah,
And it's going to cost him his Winston, and it sure did.
yeah, but it's traded with again between the Cherish, just getting those trades. So it's a 5v5 and not a 6v.
Diva's ult throws out, not able to pick anybody, but it does put them all. Iris and an ult from Zarya got thrown out at the same time, negating each other.
See,
And
Rain's
once
still
again-
holding his transcendence in that fight because he knows he didn't need to use it for that fight.
Yeah, I mean, even if you get caught in a grab, realistically, what's the big combo here? Maybe a Diva ult, you know? Like, if they can time it out absolutely perfect to grab you and have it blow at the same time. So, not like if you have a Hanzo ult you gotta watch out for or something like that.
Yeah, there was no need to bring it out, so he just kept it for that fight.
Defense getting pushed back on their toes here as they lose 3 to some nicely played picks here. Zenyatta cleaning up actually a couple, even though he didn't get credit for the skills. It was mostly his orbs that took him down. A lot of work there that's going to clear that second checkpoint for him and keep that point rolling. So now the question is do we see another change come out of Pizza Money Crew?
It isn't seeming like they're just sticking to what they know and keeping to their composition, even though it isn't working as well as they thought it would be. Just slowly being grinded down. Grinded to stone here.
Widowmaker able to pick off the Lucio there. Looking to try to make one more. There
Well,
goes
that was
the
a great
Diva's
pick.
ult.
Widow.
Diva's ult able to get the Winston, although he already had 4.
So we do see Rain pick off that break from the PMC side, and Rain again picking off that Winston Viva Pinata onto the Torbjorn Fights Club side.
Starts to fall apart pretty quick there. They do lose 2 and then start to back up. We now see a change on Annie to Hammond though. Finally a little bit of a change. They decided something's got to give a little bit here.
Yeah, so it just seems to be the tank just changing up here. They still do have that grab.
Yeah, 2:25 still on the clock. Plenty of time. 2 ults in pocket. The Zenyatta's ult ready to go to save and block, but mostly just as an in at this point in time.
With did go really low there with that Hammond just harassing her for that high grab. No quick picks from that Widow onto the say like the Lucio or the Zenyatta.
No, you really gotta hope to, when you see Hammond do something like, you gotta make him pay for that. He was able to get out of there and still alive. You'd hope to see some kind of just shutdown right there and that far from his team, but he holds together. Looks like the Hammond's gonna come out to be the change here for the defense and see if they can put it together. Cart hasn't moved in some time. Minute 41, still a long time on the clock though.
Yeah, small picks onto the Torbjorn Fight Club side. They might back off here, regroup, because they've got about 3 or 4 fights left into this time bank.
Yeah, AE here, able to clean up 2 right there, both the other Torbjorn and the Zenyatta here. Interesting pick to see that DPS end up going over to the Baguette, but I mean, seems to be working for him. 4 ults up now for the defense though, as the offense begins to make their push with the 4 ults of their self. We see Annie's Ammon ult go out to try to maintain control over the point. And wow, it just breaks out from there. Both Baguette ults. Another ult from the opposite Hammond. We see the Zarya's ult go down. We see Ziva's ult get thrown. Ooh, that could be a good package. Only ends up getting the Winston, though. That could have been a great package if it just had gone off about a half a second earlier. Like, we were talking about that earlier, too.
Yeah. It quickly regaining her ult.
Yeah, I mean, when you talk about basically hit everyone with every one of your mines, that pretty much does it. Because like other ult, unlike some of the other ults, as soon as you drop that ult, you can begin to respawn more ult charge. So as your ult does damage, it gains ult charge back.
But I think there's Torb's last fight here, and they do bring out the Ryan and the Zarya, but could this be too late for the Torb Fight Club?
Annie engages really well again, drops that ult right in the middle of them. They're under heavy problems with the Diva above them. This is looking like a mean grind. They're all still alive though, all still at full health. They're pushing through it. Let's see if this grind can hold out. Nice. They're just looking to make the one pick. They do. They get the Baguette down. They're still together. Annie's looking a little shy. They get the Reinhardt. This might be what they need. If they can maintain, they should overwhelm here. Zen's ult is ready. We should be able to dig him out of this any second now. 3 down now for the defense.
Slowly grinding away onto Torb Fight Club here.
Another big Diva ult coming out. Clears off. Ooh, they grind him out and finally clear off. Defense holds through.
Yeah, PMC does win that first round.
That big Hammond ult there to start that, you know, like we said, it was already up again. Came back in and started it with denial of area.
And he just good playing really strong in this first round here. She definitely deserved to get that play of the game. She's playing really strong on that Winston and that Hammond.
Yeah, I mean, Winston can do a lot of work, but it's not easy to get a lot of kills on it.
Yeah. I suppose it's just harassing the enemy team because they know they have to group up to keep their supports alive. Because if you have no heals in the teams, it means it's a harder fight to win.
All right. So as we know from the previous fights and from the previous games, the losing team will get to decide the map for the